is from the city of South Haven. Here's the way it looks in downtown Kalamazoo. We do still have that haze that's out there. Let's get to our smokecast. All right, our wildfire smoke plumes here. Now, tomorrow, according to Eagle and the air quality index forecast from EPA, tomorrow is expected to be in the moderate category. So that would be down at a level 2. Just to sort of be consistent with what we talk about when we talk about severe storms, right? And we have the 5 levels. We have marginal risk, we have slight risk, we have enhanced risk, a moderate risk, and a high risk. 5 levels. Well, let's just say that here with this, with our AQI, the air quality index, we have 6 levels. Let's say it goes from good, green, all the way up to hazardous, where we spent last Thursday and Friday, of course. And that would be that burgundy color that you see there on the graph, right? So this is going to be like a level 2 tomorrow. But I will say, the forecast for this does show that tomorrow morning, here we are at 7 o'clock, that there will be some pockets of heavier smoke. So that's what we're looking at there. Where you see the oranges and the reds, that's where the smoke is expected to be a little bit heavier. So overnight, this model was correct, and so far it has been on the money. We would see an increase in smoke, the particulates in the atmosphere, at least aloft. So it might even be that we're going to be smelling some of that tomorrow morning. Wouldn't be shocked if we do. But watch what happens here. By the time we get to noon, it starts to kick out. What's kicking it out? Cold front. Cold front is going to kick it out. See you later. By the time we get to 6 p.m. tomorrow, and certainly by Wednesday morning, it is long gone. And I think we actually probably then will go into the green category on the AQI. We could take us into the good category, but it certainly will be better. So again, just to sort of do a synopsis on that, I think in the morning tomorrow, I think we are going to have some thicker smoke. We might be having it at closer to the ground level, more particulates in the air. Although I have not seen an air quality alert issue for tomorrow. But I do think that by the time we get to noon, things will be improving, and by tomorrow evening, I think we're headed for finally, some good atmosphere, some good air that will last for a while, because that front will not only take out the smoke, it's going to take out some warmer air, and I'll have that coming up in a moment. First, let's talk about a severe weather risk. This is going to be for late tonight. Notice it says there for near midnight to just after midnight. Scattered severe storms are possible. I'm going to take you through the hour by hour in just a moment. Give me a sec here. The area in yellow is where there is a slight risk, level 2 out of 3. By the way, if I were to expand this to the west into Wisconsin, there was an enhanced risk there. And so we've got our eye on that, because if we see anything, it's going to be stuff that develops off to the west and then moves in our direction. I'll show you the hour by hour coming up, and that'll give you a little more clarity on what I'm looking at. Damaging wind gusts within storm clusters not out of the question. Heavy rainfall is possible. And here we talk about precipitable water, right? We go a little deeper on that outlook. And so we're looking at that precipitable water. Because it's in their highway. It does sort of spike this evening. And it will be up until, it's going to stay on the higher side of things until we get to about tomorrow around noontime. And then it starts to really drop off. And certainly by the time we get to Wednesday morning, it is dry. Our air is pretty dry. That's when we get into some of that cooler air that I was talking about. But in the meantime, for tonight, this is what we're looking at here. So let's move on. I think I've got the hour by hour coming up.
All right, baby.
This is 11 o'clock. I pulled that banner away, which I'm not going to. If I did, you notice there's some coloring back there behind the banner. It does look like the heavier weather, the bigger storms are going to be well to our north, even north of you, Shinzo, but certainly up around Manistee. We're talking about certainly up around Frankfort and Traverse City and Gaylord and even Lake City, all the way up to the bridge. The UP is getting rocked right now with some strong thunderstorms, some severe thunderstorms right now. And watch as we go hour by hour. I'm going to take you from 11 o'clock here, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. So we're just going to advance the clock 3 hours here. All right. And notice, when you see, of course, the brighter reds and even the purples, that's where the storms are expected to be the worst. Oh, got to put your hands up there. Got to see you there. When I see you there in heaven, I know I'm missing a lot of comments, but I caught that. So at 2 o'clock, our model here is showing some scattered showers and thunderstorms there along I-96, I-196. The heavier stuff is over toward the thumb. Let's go from 2 a.m. to about 6 or 7 a.m. 6 a.m. is where I stop it. The threat is pretty much gone now. Now, it is going to be mild and muggy tomorrow morning. Our model here is going 69. I think I was hanging out around 70 to 72 for a low. Yeah. So maybe I'm a little above that, but it is going to be a little bit warm and humid to be sure. And by the way, by far, this is going to be the warmest night that we have this week. Easily. So watch as we go from 6 a.m. tomorrow. You're going to start to see things clear out. By noon, we're back to a lot of sunshine. Tomorrow is going to be a really nice day. And in the afternoon, we're looking at high temperatures, much like today, at around 80, maybe the lower 80s. But the key
It's a maybe.
is that we do have a northwest wind that will be developing during the day tomorrow, west to northwest. It will be a little bit gusty at times. I could get by with a low-level Herbie alert.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to do that. But I do think that we can see some gusts tomorrow afternoon at 15 to 20, maybe 25. Nothing problematic. But it is going to be coming eventually in there out of the northwest. By late in the day, it's northwesterly. And that's blowing in that cooler, more comfy air. So I'm looking at a forecast model here that is taking our dew point down. And I try not to read these necessarily, literally. But it's taking our dew point down from the upper 60s tomorrow morning, when it's going to be humid, all the way down, all the way down to the mid to upper 40s. So we're talking about a dew point that from tomorrow morning at daybreak to Wednesday morning at daybreak falls by about 20 to 25 degrees. That's going to take us from this little humid category to, wow, it feels crisp and cool. So that's what we're looking at. Okay, so that's tomorrow. Notice there, I'm going to run that through one more time just for the people who just got in here. I just want to show you what we're talking about. I think the thunderstorms that right now, I'm going to show you that radar coming up. Right now, they're up north, they're going lower. Our forecast model, you see that little line that's sort of trying to develop there? And I will tell you this, when we're talking about these short range models, they can change from hour to hour. They really can. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. But the models have been consistent in two things that I've been watching this afternoon and earlier this evening. One is that there's a greater threat for the stronger storms, certainly north of I-96, but also east of, let's say, 127, well east of US 127. Which, if you want to say that 127, let's say, sort of bisects north to south the lower, it's a little more toward the east. But anyway, you get my point. So anything that's east of US 127 is certainly over toward the thumb and over toward Detroit. I think that's what we're looking at.
Okay.
But I do think that we'll see a few scattered thunderstorms here overnight. And then notice between about 2 a.m. and 6 a.m., we'll see a little more widespread coverage. So do I think everybody's going to get a taste of some rain here tonight? Yes, I do, overnight. Between probably midnight, 1 a.m. and let's say 5, 6 a.m. Do I think that we're going to have severe weather? I think that the chances of that are low for our area. And I think that the rain might be sort of widely scattered. So Gary, getting back to you, I would not be surprised if tomorrow morning, after the rain threat has gone away, you're still going to have to go for the sprinkler. Some people are going to get a lot of relief that way. Now, once we get past this rain threat for tomorrow, which is certainly long gone by mid to late morning, our model here is showing that there could be a pop-up shower tomorrow afternoon. I don't hold a lot of
Mom?
We're going to be dry for a while. So I do think that we're going to have to,
I don't
if you
know.
want the garden watered, if you want the lawn watered, you have to do it yourself. All right, here's lined up for later. This is a new development just in the last 15 minutes. Got one lone shower there over northeast or eastern Muskegon County, just to the northeast there, Chris and Coopersville, and then southwest Oswego County. The reason I got my eye on that is because that's going to be in the vicinity of where between now and let's say midnight, we might see a little activity.
So guys, we're just gonna stay on here for a little bit fun.
Okay, so I stretch this out, and there you see what's been pummeling.
Yep, up north.
A few tornado warnings earlier this evening. And like I said, we have that severe thunderstorm watch that covers the northern half of the lower. One thing I'm thinking about right now while I've got you here is there is a beach hazards alert for swimming conditions for all of our Lake Michigan beaches tomorrow. So just think about that. It is going to be a little bit gusty. Listen, anytime we are ahead of a front and then right behind a front, warm front or cold front, anytime. When we get more of an angular wind, northwest, southwest, and we have some gusts in the neighborhood of 20 to 25, you can guarantee that there are going to be some red flags that are going to be flying on our beaches. You can just guarantee that. And tomorrow we do have a front that's going to be moving through. Today there was a red flag on parts of our beaches. I know that South Beach and South Haven had a red flag. I mean, what do they say? But diamonds to donuts or something like whatever it is. That tomorrow there's going to be a red flag on North Beach, maybe South. You know, we're talking about the breakwaters there. When that wind shifts west to northwest during the afternoon tomorrow, anything on the north side of North Pier or North Breakwater is going to be hazardous. So as I always say, read the flags, heed the flags. So from the Weather Service, there is a beach hazards alert for all of West Michigan beaches for tomorrow. Okay, so you got those big thunderstorms right now, pushing down into the eastern UP, just north of Green Bay. Mackinac Island right now is getting quite a show, no doubt. I hope all the horses are in the barns because it's about to come rain of bullfrogs there with a lot of lightning. Now you see that zone that's around Green Bay and just to the west of it there in north central and central Wisconsin. We got our eye on that. If you notice, there's a bit of a line that it seems like it's going from, let's say, Sault Ste. Marie, all the way back down to the Mackinac Bridge, going down to Escanaba there on the northern shore of Lake Michigan, and then right to about Green Bay, the bay itself, right, Green Bay, and the North Peninsula there. Well, that line is trying to extend a little bit more into Wisconsin. Got an eye on that because that's part of that area that's going to be drifting across West Michigan here later on tonight. As I showed them that hour by hour, and the forecast model has been fairly consistent over the last few hours, that well north of I-96, we're probably really talking along and north of US 10. All right, if you know where that is.
Yeah, I know US 10 is.
Where it's more likely that we'll have some of the stronger storms stretching all the way over to the thumb. That would pretty much take us out of the severe weather mix, and that's what I'm going with right now. But I do think that we'll see some pop-up showers and thunderstorms here between about midnight, 1 o'clock, and then about 6 a.m. I don't expect those to be severe, but they could have some pockets of heavy rain. Right now, it is muggy out there. It's a little bit on the warm side, of course, in the mid-70s. It is mid-July, by the way, July 20th, right? So no shocker that it's warm, but I will say this, the southwest wind in here that's blowing in some warmer air, right? We are not only staying warm temperature-wise, but the dew points are headed up as well. Earlier today, I saw some upper 50s and low 60s now. As you see coming in from south to north, primarily, I'm seeing more mid to upper 60s. So it is that's a sign of things to come. And that is that overnight it's going to be mild and muggy. In other words, you might find that the open windows there, K&M, might not work out as well for you overnight tonight, with those lows expected to be close to 70, with the dew points sort of creeping up to the upper 60s as well. So you might find that it's going to be a little bit warmer and more humid. And as a result, it's going to be a little more difficult to just get by with the fan and without a little boost from the AC. So that's what we got going on there. All right, let's see if I got 7, 8 here. Again, some early morning storms. Then our skies will be clearing. Some morning cloud cover, but by afternoon it's going to be sunny. It's going to be breezy tomorrow. Get that breezy tomorrow. It's going to be hazardous for swimming on the big lake tomorrow. Get that hazardous for swimming on the big lake tomorrow. And you're going to need your sunscreen tomorrow. Sun's going to be out full force in the afternoon. So you want to go to a Lake Michigan beach, no problem. Enjoy. Make sure you have that sunscreen. And make sure to read the flags, heed the flags. Don't be surprised if it's if that water is looking like that washing machine effect. You know what that means. Stay out. Wednesday, look at that. That is not a typo. We're talking about a high of 72 on Wednesday. The last time we had a high temperature in the low 70s was almost 4 weeks ago, a good 3.5 weeks ago. And then look at that morning low Thursday. Look at that, 52. If that verifies, then we probably will have some of the low-lying, rural zones in the rural areas. We might even see some overflows. So some cooler air coming back. Not a sign of things to come, by the way. Notice we start to warm up again, but we're talking about some pleasant weather here. Once we get past this thunderstorm, and by the way, like I said, that cold front that's coming through is going to give the boost the snow, thankfully. And then coming in behind it for a little while, for a couple of days anyway. Our wind's going to be out of the northwest, the west. I'm sorry. Well, that's going to be bringing in some cooler, but then we're going to shift around to the south. Basically, I don't think we're going to have a big smoke problem once we get past tomorrow morning for the remainder of the week. The remainder of the week. So that would be good news. That would be some good news. There you see, though, a bit warmer air coming in. In fact, we get hot again next Sunday with those highs in the upper 80s. And by the way, Sunday, which is the 26th, where is July going? The 26th, we are looking at it getting humid too. So heat and humidity making a comeback. Some are saying, don't count me out just yet. So we will be warming up by next weekend. And after that, by the end of the month, I think it's going to be rather toasty for us again. But then we're getting a little bit too far away. Yeah, David, for sure. An AC night. Kendra, this is all moving from northwest to southeast, being pushed along by that cold front. Happy 29th year oldest son. That's awesome. Ron, hello to you in Three Rivers. Thanks for that, Mike. I appreciate it. I know. That's what people are going to be saying. They're going to step outside in that 52-degree air Thursday morning. People are going to think like, oh, is it fall? And I would say, oh, it is July. Don't worry. It's not done yet. Hey, South Bay, in the house. Rebecca, thank you for being here. You're right, David. The sun is getting weaker by the day. Get this. I think our sunset today was like 9:13 or something like that. 9:15.
Hey guys, we're just getting here for a little bit, have a little bit of fun.
17 minutes.
Have some fun right now. That's all we're doing now.
Those days, yes, and that is meaning the sun is getting a little bit lower. It's getting weaker, but it's still awfully strong. It's still awfully strong. Sheila, good evening to you. Ron, hello to you. I know I missed a ton of notes up here, and I apologize. You know how that pains me. Tonight for Ionia, a couple of showers and thunderstorms. I'm not confident that you'll have severe weather. Or maybe you say it the other way. I don't believe that we'll have any severe storms. Oh my goodness, yes, David. I'll tell you what. Get this. David asks. David says clear enough air to open the windows in the week. Oh, I thought you were on temperatures. Yes, I do think smoke-wise by Wednesday, yes, clear enough air to open the window. I was going to say I thought you temperature-wise. Listen, when we're look at that Thursday morning low and Friday morning low even. We're going to be talking about proper window management, right? Proper window management. So you might have to manage that open window, closed window thing by the middle of the week because the overnight lows are going to be so cool. Hi, hello to you, Wyatt. Thanks so much.
Nighter.
Says, thank God, I'm ready for cooler temps. I get that. Tim, hello to you. Lily in the house. Thanks
Doing an all-nighter.
so much. Baylor, we're going to see some rain tonight in northern St. Joe County. I do think that there will be a couple of showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two. Yes, I'm not confident in severe weather. Joey, you can definitely still get a bad sunburn. Please don't do that. Just use some sunshine. At least SPF 30 and apply at least once every 2 hours. Right?
Just changing the channel a little bit, guys. Just have to fix the name of the video.
Yeah. What's going on in the UP and the northern lower? Our forecast models do not show that kind of intensity here. So I think so. Lucky, enjoy California, the Golden State. Jennifer, Wednesday will definitely be an open window night, although you might even have to close the window. Get that. I mean, come on, 52 degrees.
Wow.
You might wait for it.
Okay, I have to fix the name of the video. This is all-nighter,
Here we go.
which we have never done before. Due to the severe weather, we're doing all-nighter.
Here, everybody, I got 9:38 on the clock, which means I'll be live in 22 minutes on ARC, West Michigan. Live in an hour 22 on the Mothership News Channel 3. Rebecca, hello to you. Thanks for being here. Western Michigan is the best road.
We go to Ryan Hall, see what Ryan Hall's showing right now.
You see, when I was young, when I was in high school, I worked at Long John Silver's, and there was 2 Long John Silver's in my town. There was one that had A&W as a part of it, and there's one that didn't. I worked at the one that didn't. So it was always like a rivalry. I was always anti-A&W, right? So I really haven't been there much.
We had A&W here in town. We lost it. Hey, AW here in Three Rivers.
You got a severe thunderstorm warning now for the morning. This is your second round. This one will be a lot more intense than the other one, especially if you're on the western side of town.
We had an AW here in Three Rivers. It was too expensive. But my dad used to be an AW KFC.
So be ready for that.
There's some warnings right now for Cadillac. Yeah, they're still saying we're yellow. Ford. Yeah, I'm watching the other weather channels right now, and they're showing this year. Is Michigan still doing it, or is Michigan done with doing this? Clear. Nope, Michigan Storm Chasers are done. Yeah, Michigan Storm Chasers are done, I think. Yep, they are off. I think Michigan Storm Chasers are now done. Yeah, they're done. Michigan Storm Chasers are done right now. So I'm going back to Ryan Hall. I like to give Michigan Storm Chasers a piece of my mind. Ryan Hall does more work than you guys do.
Somebody in chat said that they never met somebody who ate them. A new tornado warning has been issued.
Wisconsin. Portage, Wisconsin County.
Did I say wrong or did the person in chat say wrong? Portage and Waukegan counties in Wisconsin, you guys are now under a tornado warning.
Yaba out. Yaba's there.
Let's see if there's any updates on that. I said it wrong. Well, I also have never ate anybody at Ocean Silver.
Hey guys, we're just out here for we're just killing time right now. So yeah, guys, we're just down here for a little bit. We have a little bit of mood lighting here, so you can see what we're doing.
Speaking of people who met at Long Silver, that's what we met online. She was my manager. I was the Brian
That's funny. I married the manager. That's kind of funny. Fulton, Illinois. Okay.
Big old mosquito bite right here. That's one of the last night I saw. I saw after it get there for like a few minutes. Guys, the mosquitoes are like insane. North Dakota, especially up in Canada.
I was just looking at DoorDash to see if we had. I don't think A&W is on our DoorDash, or I would have gotten a root beer float and tried it.
You ever had a root beer float?
But I don't think it's on there.
I used to drink those all the time, but after I got older, I don't like them anymore. They're gross. They don't taste good anymore.
Oh wait, it is, but it's closed. It closes at 9 p.m. It's already closed.
I should look that up and see if there's any AWs around here. I'm gonna look that up for see if there's any A&W restaurants around here. If there is, maybe go there for something special.
Okay, here it is. This is me. In my Long John Silver uniform. I've got the apron on. I've got hush puppy batter right here. You have to make it like
Cedar Springs, Dexter.
The batter in front of you, scoop it up, dump it in the oil. Scoop it out, dump it in the oil. used to work at Long John Silver's. I was probably like 18, 19 years old right there.
So I have the 3 people. It's okay. I'm just looking up some guys real quick here. Please enter your zip code 49093. Search. 70 miles.
It's a scoop of vanilla and a glass of root beer. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's a real mad respect for pulling your manager. Oh my god.
Pick your manager. That'd be fun.
Somebody said the storm came fast and quick and it
Good morning,
disappeared. The heavy rain is going to last for a while. The heavy rain is going to last for a while. That's why I'm somewhat concerned about the flash flooding situation.
Okay, guys. The heat light's going to go off. Yeah, watch out.
Oh yeah, I always smell like fish, and like everything that I like. Yeah, smelling like fish is a big problem if you work at Long John Silver. There's nothing you can do about it.
Okay, that's a lot better, isn't it? Yeah, that's a lot better. You guys can actually see me. I can see you guys. So that works a whole lot better.
Somebody in the morning said the wind is picking up.
Yeah, that's a little better.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it, especially if you are like the one that's cooking the fish. Like you're like hovering over these big vats of.
I used to work at a fast food place, so I know what he's talking about. I used to work at Arby's.
All day long. People always say like nobody eats at Long John Silver's. Well, then why was I dumping like the pounds of fish in this oil? And literally, you have to use a shovel to get it out. Literally, give you a shovel, but then you just put all this fish in the oil, and they're like, here's your shovel to get the fish out.
No.
And you gotta get the oil off of it, and then you shovel it behind you, and then it goes somewhere. Okay. So I was shoveling fish. So somebody was eating there.
Who knows what this? I don't know what I'm doing yet, guys. I'm going to be going.
This is what it looks like out there in Polk County, Iowa right now. In the middle of our severe thunderstorm is going through Des Moines. We still do have a couple of tornado warnings left up there in Wisconsin. Those storms are calming down for the most part, but we'll be checking in on them intermittently. AW root beer is homemade best ever. Yeah, I might have to try it. I'm not going to order ice cream and root beer. That's a lot.
Can you see no Ruben float was?
I don't know how to cook. I'm just joking. I really think I wouldn't like it. So I'm not excited enough about it to make it myself. There is 56 minutes left on this tornado warning right here. That's the one that Freddie's on. So let's see if it's dropping a tornado yet.
It's the one before this one or the one after this goes somewhere?
Wait, I think this one.
Not tonight.
Dude, the roads are like tweaking.
The roads are what?
Strange.
Ryan, tell me how they make the chicken batter at Long John Silver's. I need to know. I don't even know. It comes in a like an unmarked bag. We don't, like,
Maybe it's trying.
we don't even know. We're not allowed to know.
Yeah, I guess it. I gotta zoom in far enough for the road to even show up. But
This goes down and around. You're gonna think, poke back out at some point.
Chester, Portage County, Wisconsin.
I didn't even see this road either. But this road will keep us right in line with where the circulation is.
Thunderstorm warning for Wisconsin, Door County, Wisconsin.
Or bags. Like if big cases of it. It does look suspicious. Now that I think about it, like it does look.
Might we flee? I mean,
It looks like something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Obviously, a road network.
But hey, I mean, it worked.
The most optimal.
No. We're walking right there, guys. Right there. There's the moon, and there's the moon.
I never had a root beer float this for a while. I know I need to try one. Let's go back down to Des Moines real quick. A lot of people are talking about it. Again, the storm is gonna stick around for a while, especially just concerning the winds or the rain. So a flash flood warning could be in store here for the Des Moines area. Y'all. Look at that, son. It's coming down good out there. Brother never had a root beer float. I really haven't. I think that this is probably more common than what you think. I don't think that everybody has had a root beer float. I think that you guys are. I think that you guys are over exaggerating the popularity of this drink or of this whatever this is. Root beer floats built America? I don't think so. I don't think so. I do agree. Like, I probably like it. Probably is kind of weird that I haven't had one, but I don't think that I don't think it's that uncommon. I mean, come on.
So, you guys, anything to say in the chat? I'll read it. Back in a second, guys.
That's for tomorrow's day.
Okay, Mom watching something I don't want to watch. She's watching her blood. She watches some blood show. I don't watch that blood show. I don't like the blood show.
We got storms coming for us.
But yeah, guys. Mom watching her blood show. I'm just talking to you guys, see what you guys want to do, and see what you guys are doing. Trying to get to our goal of 5,000 subscribers. That's about it. We're having fun. Hello. Hello. It's almost 10 o'clock already. It's already 10 o'clock here on the East Coast already. Wow. It's about 10 o'clock. I'm going to stay up for maybe an hour and a half, and see what happens. If the Orioles don't go off in the next, okay, I'm going to stay up for maybe an hour. If the Orioles don't go off within the hour, I will cut the stream off. But so I'm going to stand for a little bit longer. Then I'll go to shut down for the night. But yeah,
We are also.
if you guys have any ideas, like to hear, don't forget to like and subscribe. Like I said, guys, when yeah, well, we're doing pretty good right now. The weather haven't started squilling, so we're gonna be on here for. We'll stay on here for another hour and a half. We're gonna stay on for another hour, hour 5. So yeah, we're gonna shut down. We're gonna shut down at. So right now we're staying on, but yeah, I'll shut down at the time. So yeah, we'll shut down at 11 o'clock East Coast time. But right now we're staying on till, like I said, we're staying until 11 today. So yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah. By the way, in my neck of the woods, we're not necessarily in the enhanced risk, but we're in the slide. But yeah, tomorrow we're dealing with some big time storms from Lexington, over Charleston, Pittsburgh, Washington.
That's tomorrow, so we're doing pretty good now, guys.
Should be
Ooh, DC's gonna be getting hit with some severe weather. Wow.
this day tomorrow, and we will be live for this.
So tomorrow, Washington's gonna get hit with some. Tomorrow, Washington State's gonna hit. Washington D.C. or District of Columbia is gonna get hit with some level 3 weather.
I really don't want to rip your float. It sounds like a lot of sugar. And what if I do like it? Then I'm gonna drink it all. Then I'm gonna have like a sugar
Rush.
or whatever. And in the middle of the night, I'm too old for this, guys. I'm no longer a young whippersnapper like this. This young guy right here, he would have drank 3 root beer floats and 2 Red Bulls, and he would have, it doesn't matter what time it was. Doesn't matter what time it was.
Red Bull suck. I don't like Red Bull.
And I can't do it no more.
Tornado warning for another tornado warning has been issued for Wisconsin. Oh, great. Drinking Diet Coke.
You're getting old. I literally am getting old. Yeah. It's like a whole thing. Too old for a root beer float is wild. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't be getting into that crazy stuff anymore. I'm past that,
My mother went to bed.
Oh, wow.
I'll stay up for a little bit longer. I'm staying until 11 o'clock, maybe, and then go to bed.
Y'all, approximately how many people in the United States over the age of 30 have tried a root beer float?
Best rough guess, a solid majority. If we're talking U.S. adults over 30, you're probably looking at something like 60 to 80% who've tried a root beer float at least once. It's a cultural staple, not an age drink.
So, is it weird that I've never had a root beer float?
Not weird, just statistically off-trend. You missed a classic, not a rite of passage. Try one once, then decide if it deserves a hype.
Yeah, bot, you're nuts.
And are the ingredients literally just root beer and ice cream, vanilla ice cream?
Yeah, root beer and vanilla ice cream. That's the
I don't like vanilla. I don't like.
Some people get fancy with chilled bugs, whipped cream, but the base is 2 ingredients. It's simple enough that Ryan can make it on air without breaking anything.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, but I thought this weather.
Stay safe out there.
Yeah, so like 20 to 40% of people maybe have never had a root beer float. So I don't think it's that weird.
Ooh, what the fuck?
I mean, come on.
Oh, that's in that's Wisconsin.
Did you ever look at some of your old photos? This is from Cooper. 20 to 40%, that's a lot. There were I'm definitely in more buckets of smaller groups of people, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm wording that right, but not trying a root beer float is probably one of the, it's not even in the top 10 most anomalous things about me, I would say. I think you guys are just overplaying it, is what I'm trying to say. I think you guys just need to calm down. And I will try root beer float next time Long John Silver's is open. And I'm live. Okay? Here's Bertha.
That's Bertha?
Next time, maybe tomorrow, at the end of the stream, I'll do a root beer float. Bertha's gonna make landfall in 50 hours. Ryan says, my wife and I love the streams. She wants you to explain a microburst. I very much appreciate it. Okay, I'll try to explain it. A microburst, in the simplest terms possible, is whenever you've got. So we've been looking at a lot of blips today on radar.
I'm going to go to bed soon. Yeah, I'm going to sit down early.
And what we've been seeing is, the cauliflower-looking cloud, the big
Yeah.
That is the updraft that represents.
Yeah, I'm going to sit down now. Good night. I'll be back on after severe weather.